Good afternoon, amigos, from
Antea!
We are at what is claiming to be the second largest mall in Mexico. And I say claiming because it seems like several malls say that on Wikipedia here in Mexico. But we're here to check it out, and we have a few interesting facts about malls and commerce here in Mexico.
But first we need to shop. Okay, we've made it upstairs. I think the only words I've said are wow, whoa, woo. It feels brand new. So I think this mall opened just about 5 years ago in 2013. I've been out of accounting too long. It feels very, very new, very nice, very clean. We're here on a Thursday midday, so not very busy. I can't wait to shop. As strange as it may seem, people have been recommending we come to La Comer. When we heard of Antea, everyone said, oh, there's a city market there. So here we are. We just hope there's food in this store.
Yeah, we're looking for lunch. We heard they have good food. We'll see.
Yeah.
Amigos, this isn't like a nice store. And this isn't the nicest store we've seen in Mexico. This is the nicest grocery store I've ever seen, ever.
Let's just say this puts Whole Foods to shame.
No kidding. Not to mention there's no one here. If you go to Whole Foods in the States, it's packed. This is muy lujoso,
wow.
Now, my interesting facts about malls in Mexico, because this isn't just any old luxury mall in Mexico video. Interesting facts are, malls are being, companies are investing heavily in building malls in Mexico right now at this time. They are booming. This mall is only a few years old. Malls in the United States are going definitely on the decline. So it's interesting how they're on the uprise here in Mexico, just a couple hundred miles south of the border. One reason I read that malls are so popular, or such a good investment, if you will, is because they typically build them where people are already going. They don't just put them out in the middle of nowhere. They put them where people already are, so people are already kind of frequenting that area. They can go shop,
walk or bike or hop on a bus.
Exactly. Now the interesting thing though, and that was definitely the case in Mexico City, pretty much every neighborhood had a mall, or like a Palacio de Hierro or Liverpool, like right in the smack dab of a neighborhood. Salud.
Gracias. 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 Muchas gracias.
But, and they were always packed. Didn't matter what day of the week you went on, they were always packed. So it seemed like that model was working exceptionally well. Now this Antea, built just a few years ago, it's kind of out in the suburbs a little bit. So it reminds me a lot of how they build US malls, and that model didn't seem to work. So I'm kind of curious as
I think it's in the Puraquilla
neighborhood,
but I'm not sure. Those of you who live there around here, can anyone walk to this mall? That's my question.
My guess would be no, which kind of seems like, I mean, it's super nice, but there's hardly anybody here, which is the first time we've ever said that in a mall in Mexico. Two important notes to make, or points to make, one of which we have made time and time again, so we won't hammer on it too much. But yes, Mexico does in fact have malls, and yes, Mexico does in fact have very nice, fancy malls and I think this mall is interesting because it's very, very beautiful, very fancy, but it has like a mix of fancy stores and Old Navy and more normal stores. I still don't like spending money at those. Hillary does. But the second, what's interesting to me, to piggyback off of our what is real Mexico topic, is it's interesting, I think what is interesting, especially malls like this and Antea that are a little bit outside of the downtown area, is how it changes how community members interact with the city. So you're taking people away from downtown areas, you're taking people out of their neighborhood, and I'm not taking them, they're coming here instead of being downtown. So I think that'll be an interesting, again, to see how the future of Mexico and just the
interactions with people.
Just how the interactions with people and how everything, how it all evolves. Check out this view, amigos, and not of the back of Hillary's head. This place is, this Liverpool is like, how many stories?
I don't know, 6, 5?
4 or 5? How would you describe Liverpool to someone who's never been?
Crazy! No, it's like, I don't know. Someone tells me it's like Nordstrom, but I've actually never been in Nordstrom.
It's like Nordstrom.
It's like Kohl's, but it's not like Kohl's.
It's like a really nice Kohl's. Really nice Kohl's / really nice Target / Macys / Sears.
But better!
Now we're in Palacio de Hierro, which is another fancy department store that's kind of like a mall within a mall. Like there's Gucci, all sorts of diamond outlets down here. It's like it's hard to explain. It really is just like a mall. Like instead of having a section for Michael Kors, it's like there's a Michael Kors store inside the store. Did I get that right, Hill?
Yeah.
Final thoughts on Antea Mall. How do you say? Antea Lifestyle Center. Which, I didn't think about it. It's interesting that's in English. It's strange that's in English because there's not a ton of English speakers here. But mall is very, very nice. We are shopped out.
We really are.
It says it's the 2nd largest mall in Mexico, but so do like 10 other malls. It's fairly big.
It seems nice and new. I like that it seems very big, wide open spaces. I like the landscapes.
A little too fancy for us. A little too fancy. I know to some people, not you, but to some people, wouldn't think they even have malls in Mexico, much less fancy malls. But this is the kind of place we can't really buy anything.
We're ready for some street tacos. Know what I mean?
All right, amigos. I think that's all we have. We're waiting on an Uber that seems to be extremely lost. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the bell. That way you get notified
every time
we upload a new video. And we will see ya
tomorrow.
Adios.